Blunt, the lone running back. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And right side caught. Hogan. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And to me, partner, Chris Hogan in a lot of ways symbolizes New England and what they like to do, because you're never really sure where they're going to line him up and how they're going to utilize him, just as New England runs offense from week to week. He's got a great opportunity here, especially with Jimmy Garoppolo in the first month of the season.
Yeah, he says his role's still evolving. Last year in Buffalo, 36 catches, 450 yards, 2 touchdowns. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And I put my first tally mark next to the Brady to Gronk counter here.
I think it may be the first of many, because once they get going, look out. Things tend to snowball.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson, and now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out, because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Back onto the field heads the Patriots offense, and always so much talk about who's under center and throwing the ball for the Patriots. What about their ground game this year?
It almost doesn't seem to matter who's out there, because it rotates almost weekly about who's going to be the featured guy or the lead guy. LeGarrette Blount 1 week. Can James White get into that mix? Brandon Bolden has had his moments. I know DJ Foster is a change-up guy who can play running back and slot receiver. And they might very well get Dion Lewis back before this season is over. He's on the IR, but he's eligible to return after week 7.
Now Brady, and he's going to find Hogan here, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. And a cutback right sideline. There goes Jonathan Stewart. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, 72 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Well called, well blocked, and he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How did they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. To throw, it's Brady. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
K'Wan Short came out of Purdue as one of the top-rated defensive tackle prospects. Now he's one of the top-rated NFL players.
They slot Gronkowski outright. Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Looking for tight end Rob Gronkowski, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Goes underneath here to White. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Just a heck of a catch. How does he make that play?
I wish I knew, and I wish I had his athleticism, because his ability to go up and contort his body in so many ways and still come down with the catch, phenomenal.
Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays, but when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL. Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays. Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Here's Newton now on second down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Play action. It's Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the...
Cam fighting. He lost gets the football. It's out. I call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. We don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to throw, Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Third and long, it's Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Brady to throw on second down. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. He was aiming for his tight end, Clay Harbor, there. And they're going to have a third down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
To throw is Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That could be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They slot Gronkowski outright. They do go for it. It's Brady. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Now Stewart on first down. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Stewart is the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. So 3rd down, just 1 yard to go. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays. But when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Second down now after the pass completion. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. On second down, here's Brady. Going for the deep ball. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And incomplete here on third down. Gronkowski, the intended target. And it'll be fourth down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here we go on fourth down now with Brady. And he's got Bennett. It's a gain of 7, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Have we yet met a receiver that wasn't excited about getting a chance to play with Tom Brady?
Absolutely not.
And Martellus Bennett bringing his considerable skills to New England now. Going to hook up with Mr. Brady for another completion here.
Yeah, 90 catches a couple years ago in Chicago, 53 last year for Bennett. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On first and 10, here's Brady. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Throwing now is Brady. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. He got 29 yards that time.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that he make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. K1 short in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And the Panthers coming out now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
In order for a...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 3rd down, 15 yards still needed. 3rd and long. It's Newton. He's got time in the pocket. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful?
This is intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we...
There goes Jonathan Stewart. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, 87 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now what they want to see here, he's still down on the field. Obviously such an important part of their passing game, and the training staff, they're going to have to attend to it. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And Charles, switching gears for a moment, looking back at the past week, obviously the story that kind of stole the headlines was Bradford going to the Vikings with Bridgewater out. What did you think of that whole deal?
Well, the Vikings have a team that they feel is built to contend for a Super Bowl right now. And they don't want that window to close. And with Teddy Bridgewater's injury, they wanted an experienced guy who's won games in the league to take over their team right here, right now. So they went out and made the deal. A lot of people would say that they gave up too much, but when you're contending and thinking you can win a Super Bowl, that price may not be too high. And for the Eagles, Carson Wentz was their future anyway. They just decided the future was now.
Now Brady, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it.
And it's a fumble. And the Panthers have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down, here's Newton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly